Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about my version of the McRib sandwich. Completely different, way off the radar, but it's gonna be dang good. You guys stay tuned. Definitely one of those things that's been on my bucket list for a while. I see other people doing it. I gotta be honest with you, there's some people out there that are slinging some ribs on the bread and the onions and the pickles, and I absolutely love the idea. I've got some family coming over later, so I'm gonna be throwing some stuff on the grill that has absolutely nothing to do with it. But let me tell you what the idea is, right? We can do a copycat, but we're not gonna grind our own pork. We're not gonna make pork steaks with some lame barbecue sauce over a bun with some uneven onions, right? I want to do this right. So the idea is we're going to go through a slab of ribs, take the membrane off. We're going to do this. We're going to cook it way past what it should be, pull the bones out, and then put all that on a toasted bun with some pickles and onions, lathered in barbecue sauce and seasoning. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's go. All right, here we go. Nice slab of baby back ribs. Come in here and take that skin off the back. Easier said than done. There we go. All right, you might be wondering, why did I say that we're gonna take them past the idea? Because typically there's two trains of thought. There's like the competition style, there's like the outdoor, I'd call them Joe barbecue style. Sometimes people like fall off the bone ribs where you just bite into it, it separates from the bone completely. Sometimes people think that's overcooked. Sometimes people want to chew where you bite into it and you can leave your teeth marked and the whole meat stays on there. For this sandwich, we're going to take it past that. We like the idea of the meat falling off the bone. Matter of fact, once we're done braising it, I want to be able to pull those bones out of the back completely and just take this whole chunk of meat right on a loaf of bread. That's the idea, okay? I'm not going to do much trimming. I actually like all the nooks and crannies. I know a lot of people trim it for even cooking. I like it. I don't know why. Sometimes they get overcooked. It's like pork jerky. I just leave the stuff on there and then I worry about the middle later. So that's just a personal preference. You just find your bone, and I'm going to score the bones. Let me show you one right here. Just like this. This is going to help your bones come out after it's tender.
So you're cutting on top of the bone.
Right. Maybe a little bit to the side, doesn't really matter. It just aids in pulling the bones a little bit later. Today is also one of those days where I feel like we're going way above and beyond with flavor. Like more seasoning, more sauce, because it's got to carry through, right? So it's not one of those things where we're letting the pork shine today. Today is all about extra, more. Presentation side down, mustard, hit it with some of that A-1 Sweet Bold sauce, just give it a little bit more depth of flavor, a little bit more color. I'm just going to rub that in. All right, we're going to use that Pit Boss Lone Star beef brisket. It just got a little bit more pepper in it, something the palate that I'm looking for. Basically like a 25% rub on this. Then we come back with, Then we come back with Heath Ryle's Competition. He swears up and down this is a blend that he won the Memphis MA rub with, the contest. And I'm like, who to argue with Heath, right? So if you guys want to, we have the links listed down below for this right here. Just check it out. I love his spices. Heavy duty, heavy duty. Ooh. Once again, 25%. I'm just eyeballing it. It just got a little bit more heat, a little bit more pepper. And you got to balance this with the sauces that you plan on using. Both of my sauces today are going to be extremely sweet. And since there's not much heat in there, I kind of like the idea of the heat and sweet. Generous coating. I'm going to get these other two knocked out the same exact way. but I'm not gonna score. This is just extra. This is like for the family, so I'm just gonna get these knocked out. All right, we got the Pit Boss hovering around 250. Since this is a leaner cut, this is the one we're gonna be braising later. I'm gonna put this right on top, and then right there on that hot spot. If you guys want to, comment below. My Aunt Caroline's baked beans. Woo! There we go. Humming right along. It's been about an hour. Apple cider vinegar. I just go ahead and mix it up in these little jars. And then I take apple juice concentrate and do like a 50-50 blend. I'm a spritzer. I believe in spritzing. So we do that quite often. We're gonna do this every single hour as needed. Maybe about 30 minutes from now on, because I love to spritz. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse these because the back side of my smoker is the hottest. So I wanna make sure that we got even cooking. So I'm just going ahead and reverse these around. Been about 2.5 hours. I've rotated the pork back and forth, spritzed them, spritzed them, spritzed them. Whew. Look at that dang color. All right, for this one, I'm just going to spritz again. Use some of that Rufus Teague. We used it the other day for that, what did we use it? That barbecue burger.
Yep,
The Western burger. And I actually liked it. This sauce is pretty good. It's thick, it's tacky, it's sweet. So it kind of cuts with that vinegar.
It's very appley.
Just get a nice even coat of this on there. Maybe just a light spritz again. And then come back in with that Heath Riles barbecue seasoning just one more time. We're just adding layers upon layers. Now the reason why I'm doing aluminum foil, I'm a big fan of butcher paper. I actually prefer butcher paper over aluminum foil. I think it's my opinion. I think it cooks different. I think aluminum foil steams too much, and I like the idea of the butcher paper way more. I think the butcher paper allows it to breathe a little bit more, and I think the aluminum foil seals it in and creates more like a braised effect, which is in this situation what we're looking for. People have their own opinions. That's mine. All right. And a little seasoning there. So we're gonna keep it the meat side down. I love these little end pieces. We're gonna go back on the smoker. Still keeping the temp about 250. We're still gonna go for about probably like it's one of those feel things. I'm gonna shoot, since I went a little bit lower, maybe about 2 hours. That's the goal right there. That'd give me 4.5 hours. That's somewhere where I'm really gonna start paying attention to. 4.5 hours later, total cook time, okay? This is what we're looking at right here. I might just need to keep that, we'll see. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh geez.
God, that smells amazing.
Well, if the ribs are as tender as that aluminum foil. All right, so what we're gonna do is start pulling out these ribs, hopefully. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is why you do it. We're going to sauce it one more time. Season it one more time. Our pellet smoker is still staying at 250. And the point of this, we're just gonna let all that sauce and stuff tack up, firm up on the outside. We're gonna go right in the middle. Look at those smoked chicken thighs right there. Whew, it's been a day. It's about that time. I've let the ribs cool down. The smoker's off. So this is what we're looking at right here. Whew.
Fall apart.
That's the goal right there, especially if you put it on a sandwich. We just pulled the ribs off to let those juices redistribute. And this is the end product of these smoked baked beans. So they smoked for about 3.5 hours. Then we put them in the oven at like 400 for about 20, 30 minutes so all those sauces seize up. You know what's killing. Ends, I just want to do a great introduction. Scott, this is my old boss from Miners and Stockman's in Hartville, Wyoming.
I drove 1,400 miles to eat this sandwich.
This is a blessing for me. We had a lot of fun times. Love him like a brother, and I'm like emotional. Glad to see him. So he literally just parked, and I said, "You want to be in the video?" And he was like, "Yes."
Hell yeah!
So here we go.
Oh.
He's got his camper in our driveway.
That's right. So Miners and Stockman's, Hartville, Wyoming.
Yes, sir.
The finest steaks in the land. All right, here we go. So the idea is we just got a little toasted buns. Instead of butter, I did mayonnaise. Come back in, top them off a little bit more sauce. I don't know if you can ever have a little bit more sauce.
Honey, you were just saucing these things to death, I feel like.
Call me the sauce king.
Oh.
We got some, let's see, the bottoms, just some thin onion. I went back and forth on which pickle to use. We have the dill, and then we have the sweet heat. I just think it's a great balance, so whichever
Sweet heat.
you prefer. You want the sweet heat?
Yeah, I want the
Remember,
sweet
that
heat.
one's
I
yours.
want the sweet heat side.
All right. Heck, you can mix them if you want to.
Ooh. Godfather. Oh. Oh. Mm. It's coming. I didn't eat since this morning.
I don't know what kind of meat to bun ratio we're looking at here.
Oh, man.
But look how juicy those ribs look.
That is juicy.
Oh. All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is a mighty fine sandwich.
I'm going in for another bite.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, there you go. That's my version of the McRib done my way. Absolutely fantastic. The key is just let the ribs go, right? You got to get them a little bit past that pull apart stage. You want it tender. That when you bite into it, you're not fighting all day. If you guys are interested, we have a membership button down below, so join the program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on The Griddle Group on Facebook, where we talk about griddles. Heck, lately we've been talking about smokers. Finally, I got the McRib done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace. All that was one take.